Well, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We're going to raise awareness about how there's older adult domestic violence. And joining us today, Awakenings Care Coordinator with the Area Agency on Aging 3, Anna Hairston. And thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so Anna, first of all, what's domestic violence mean when we're talking about older adults, seniors?
Yeah, so I think traditionally when we think domestic violence, we think about a romantic partner, whether that's a spouse or a dating relationship. But when it's an older adult, it can also mean a caregiver, an adult child that lives in the home with them, or maybe they live with their adult child, somebody in a different type of relationship, but still in the home with them.
So what kind of risks do they face then? I assume some of it is physical, but I assume there's also other kinds of abuse.
Yeah, so that can also be financial exploitation when you have people that maybe have access to those Social Security checks, those bank accounts, maybe they're listed on the account as well to help them. That can also lead to, financial abuse, but also you can see that the manipulation, isolation that can take form as well. So it can come in many types of forms for older adults.
Right. Now, why are older adults maybe more at risk? Because, is it because of sometimes we have dementia or they're not feeling as well? What are some of the risks that they have, to become abused?
Yeah, so, dementia or memory issues could be one of them. Health concerns, they may be homebound, not have access to transportation or can't get out of the house. And they may be reliant on that person who is being abusive towards them, which can really compound the issue.
Yeah, I assume it's harder for a person to think, why would my child do that? Or why would my caregiver do that to you? So maybe they just don't even think it's abuse.
Yeah, and that can make it tough to report as well when you're so reliant, or you think, I don't want my son or my daughter or this person that I love to get in trouble. That can be just a real barrier to somebody getting help.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, some of the effects, physical abuse, that's obvious. But, if they're stealing money and things, that just makes it difficult for them to get what they need, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so
that could be food or anything like that.
Right, yeah, so there are effects of domestic violence on the elderly that people might not even think about.
Yeah.
All right, so how do you report this? Is it usually the person who's being abused, or is it someone from the outside who's seen something, and how do you report it?
Yeah, so we try to get around to apartment complexes, other locations where seniors might be, or people who often see seniors. So they can, know the signs, know who to report to, which, first of all, should always be Adult Protective Services. Each county has a local APS, and that is the first line for those investigations to get started. But on the back end, Awakenings Victim Outreach can help wrap services around that person, whether they need emergency shelter, help in the home, with personal care needs, safety measures, new locks on their home, education, support about what to look for and how to help themselves. Those are just some types of things that we can do.
Yeah, because I think they need to know that, yes, you report it, and yes, your healthcare provider might be gone, but you're there for help. That's the bottom line. Get it reported. You guys can help them with the Awakenings program.
Yes, that's what we want people to know.
Yeah, all right. So raising awareness about domestic violence in the elderly community. Thank you, Anna, for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, don't go away. Noon Edition continues in a moment.